Hey, what's up, everyone? What's going on? Hope your day is doing you well. It's great to be back. Stay connected with your guy, the sports judge. That'll be me. Today, I want to hit on the Los Angeles Lakers. I think the Lakers are just far away from contending. I know it's only one game, but the Lakers don't even look remotely close to a playoff team after watching that. I watched on Tuesday night the Lakers season opener. I don't know. There's something fundamentally missing with this team. There's a lot to do to improve the team. And we already know it will be like this until the end of the season before they do anything about it. Even before this season started, I've been ready to hit the reset button. Lakers fans, I hate to be a bearer of bad news. They're not contenders. Not even close. And if you do make it to the playoffs, which they probably will, they'll get bounced as usual in the first round, suffer one of their first round postseason exits that Laker fans by now are used to. They are not what we think they are. And let's face it, they're not done patching up the holes on this roster. I wasn't happy with this team on Tuesday night. It was just like last season. Nothing has changed from last year. And nothing is going to change. I think pretty early on, after just one game, we can tell this team is not ready to do anything. And most people, especially most NBA experts and analysts, we can just go around the league and they'll tell you the Lakers are not a team you take seriously. You'd be hard pressed to go say this team's a title contender, right? And that's because of the name on the front of the jersey. Well, how about you read the names on the back of the jerseys? I'll watch Luka Doncic. I'll watch Austin Reeves. And my first takeaway is they're kind of the only two great scorers on this team. Outside of Luka and Reeves, I could hardly recognize anybody else on this team. Their overall way they play, it's not fundamental basketball. Look at the Lakers, who look lifeless and look like a team that didn't even want to be out there with no energy. But I seriously did not expect anything different. Nobody seems to know what they're doing out there. I wouldn't call them a contender. But delusional Laker fans will try to sell you this notion that the team is great when in reality that's far from the truth. If you're not playing fundamentally sound basketball, lacking in a number of areas, no energy, everybody not really knowing their role, you cannot win games like that. You cannot hide from it either. This Lakers team reminds me of last year's team. And unlike a lot of these other players, think about this. The Lakers are a good example. LeBron James is the popular guy in the league, they would say. Luka Doncic, entering his first full season as a Laker, looks like he can be one of the world's best players in the league, the face of the league. Both of them are playing with the worst supporting cast on a Lakers team with a poorly constructed roster despite the upgrades to their roster. And so when I see the Lakers who have two superstars, I go, God, I hope the surrounding cast steps up. I'm watching Luka Doncic, who is someone that I hope has the opportunity to spend the rest of his career with the Lakers. I know the way he plays, his ability to take over games, to be a scorer, to be the next big star for your team, he's somebody you can build around, even though he's a defensive liability. But even if Luka is dropping 40 pieces, your team is likely to lose because, again, he's a defensive liability. And as far as what I see, and again, I know the season just started, but They don't look like a playoff team in the West. If they do want to win championships, we got to have a better performance than this collectively. It's just not possible, not with this current collection of players. And I was thinking, like, because LeBron is out, you would have more players showing themselves, taking on a bigger role, stepping up, next man up kind of thing. Nope. On the flip side, Luka, even if he's on the floor whining to the refs and not getting back on defense, he's scoring. He showed he can carry the Lakers without LeBron. Luka was a rock star. He's everything. He was absolutely fantastic. 43 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists in his first season opener with the Lakers. Luka was outstanding. 17 for 27. I felt bad for Luka because he was doing everything, and no matter what he did in terms of scoring and productivity, it was not good enough. If you want to sit there and nitpick, the only thing you may find something wrong with is his night from 3. 2 for 10 from beyond the arc. That's really your only nitpick. And of course, there were plays where you saw a lack of effort on defense. He did, however, have 3 turnovers, but I'll say overall, I can't be too unhappy with what we saw out of Luka Doncic in this one. That was MVP caliber basketball from a guy who I think will have a big year. One man alone is not enough. Austin Reeves quietly had 26 points, 9 assists, a couple of steals. The night for him started off slowly, then he got going in the fourth quarter. 9 for 16 shooting. Pretty good shooting the basketball overall. The one negative was he was 1 for 5 from 3. I don't know if I can look at this game and say this was a good game for Austin. The only reason anyone would say it was because Reeves led a fourth quarter rally, trimming the Warriors' lead to 105-99, but the Lakers couldn't get closer. So, Lakers lose by 10. Certainly not the outcome that we wanted to see. A lot of issues that we saw from the Lakers, and unfortunately, just a lot of mistakes made by them. That's discouraging. No doubt. That's painful. We see you're not a disciplined team. You're not a team that plays smart. You're not a team that takes care of the basketball. You're not a team that can shoot the threes. You're not a team that can defend. We can see that. And that's where you start asking these questions of like, what can the Lakers do to launch themselves in contention? Because this Lakers team, as of right now, has no shot. Like, we know the Lakers can't defend well. It's not like an subjective thought at this point in time. It's literally a fact that with this group of players, the defense sucks. And just from an eye test standpoint, Lakers defense looks terrible. They have been inconsistent at best as a defensive team. And so a lot of what the Warriors are good at is a disaster for the Lakers. And on top of that, the Warriors are not only a good three-point shooting team, but also can be a good third quarter team. And we know the third quarter is just an absolute free fall for the Lakers for whatever reason. I don't know what it is about the third quarter, but the Lakers have been horrible in third quarters. Golden State opened the second half with a 19-4 run to open a lead that grew to 17 points. And honestly, the Lakers are still one of the more watchable teams in recent memory, as they are always getting nationally televised games, and yet they continue to make themselves look bad on national TV. And I feel bad. I never thought Gabe Vincent would come to LA and look like a bust on his new team. I'm kind of shitting on him right now. But I'm sorry, he's never really earned my respect the way he did when he had that one good run with the Miami Heat. So it's like, I'm going to just take a dump on him for being a bad player. And people are probably like, oh, what an asshole. I can be an asshole. Yes, I can show you an asshole. I can say what it is, but you can't say it because you're too emotional to admit this team has a lot more problems that need to be solved. And to me, it almost feels, and this is just what I get from it, they don't care about anything. I mean, look at the game. The Lakers were terrible. Even when, in theory, it's a good team, the reality of it all, they're not as good as you would want them to be. I'm like, this Lakers team is trash. So maybe I'm a dying breed. Feel like, get off my lawn. But I just can't get my hopes up high for this team every year only to get let down. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a playoff team. I'm going to say yes on that, but it's a one and done team at best. We got Lakers basketball, baby. It's back. Yeah, let's go. We got a team that can't play defense. Can't shoot threes. Can't even make layups. Can't even hit free throws. That's not a recipe for success, people. That's a recipe for disaster. Literally zero effort on defense. Real Hachimura loses track of his man. Reeves can't handle the physicality. And DeAndre Ayton, we know he isn't a defender. Gabe Vincent is just too damn small. As long as this is the case, the Lakers aren't winning a championship. I don't care. I don't care if Luka is scoring 40 points. You're not winning anything, turning the ball over, and not defending on the other end of the floor. The Warriors put up 119 points. Like, we know the free throw shooting was a big problem for the Lakers in this game. 17 to 28 shooting overall. That's bad. Like, we know the Lakers can't take care of the basketball. Dumb turnovers. Miscommunications. Bad reads. Reeves had 5 turnovers. Nothing new. They gave the ball away to opposing teams all year last season. If you put the basketball in anybody's hands on that team, because let's face it, they're most likely going to be like to the other team, here you go. The ball is yours. You can have it. The other team, the Warriors, whoever the team is gladly going to get the ball because they know, just like the rest of us, that the Lakers are terrible in transition. The other team is able to get out and run and score an easy bucket most of the time. That's where the Lakers really got hurt in this game. Was not only in the points off turnovers, but fast break points. The Warriors won that battle. Shockingly, though, the points in the paint, the Lakers actually won. If they clean up those errors, avoid so many first half turnovers and slow starts in the third quarter, maybe they may actually win a game. There were a lot of missed opportunities for the Lakers. I mean, look at the free throw shooting. 17 of 28, 17 to 20, 61%. In a game that you lost by 10, you missed 11 free throws. And think about it. If you don't shoot 25% from 3 and don't shoot 61% from the free throw line, you could have actually won the game. That's where it can be frustrating. It's why people are so critical of the Lakers. And as a fan of the team, given that our team's in shambles, given that our team is just, I don't know, just always chaotic, crazy, a laughingstock, you're just like a pig in shit. I don't give a crap anymore. And you know who definitely shouldn't give a rat's ass? That's you. Part of running a basketball team is you addressing your needs and just saying, not just saying, okay, let's sign a tall ass guy to be our center. So this notion that they improved the roster, I just don't see it. Now I get we're in this world where, I guess on the internet at least, not in the real world, but social media, Lakers fans truly believe this is a team that can contend. In the real world, in reality, this Lakers team is not ready for all that. For a long time now, folks in Lakers Nation have pretended something is true, even though it's not true. Like, I can tell you, the Lakers are not a good team just after one game. I do think it's funny. And again, maybe it's a spoiled fan base hoping the Lakers will be a team that can win a championship. If you think that, you're not being realistic. It's more like wishful thinking. A lot of things fell apart for the Lakers in the season opener, in that game. And they have plenty to work on. All right, everybody. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. That's all I have for you at the moment. It is game 1 of the World Series tonight. As you guys see, I am ready. Game 1, Dodgers, Blue Jays. Let's go, baby. Let's go. You know who I'm rolling with. My Los Angeles Dodgers. I will break it down a little bit later. I will do a preview video on the World Series. I hope you guys come back for that. There's more content that I will be putting out there. I will definitely get into this complicated, convoluted story involving NBA players or former NBA players in this gambling scheme. We'll get into that as well. I think that's a big story that is being talked about nationally. So we'll definitely get into that as well. But guys, you guys take care. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. And if you guys like the content, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please like us and follow me on TikTok, the Sports Judge 85. You guys can also follow me on Instagram as well, Sports Judge 85. All right, guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. We'll talk again very soon. Take care.